Coach, a little more tonight that you were facing a more conventional offense. Did that help you guys?
I guess so. I mean, the only one that's unconventional with everything you see today was Navy. I thought our players played physical throughout 60 minutes for the first time this year and played with a little more confidence. But I don't think it had anything to do with what Vanderbilt ran or didn't run. I just thought the players played a little more physical, a little more confidence, maybe.
Coach, talk a little bit about your ends. It seemed like pretty much they could get around the line tonight. Was there anything in particular that you were doing or anything different?
No, I'm sure Brad had a couple of twist games within his pass rush schemes based on what their protection did, but I just thought, most of it just speed on the edges and got some push up inside again, or for the first time this time. And I think that's where Vanderbilt is struggling a little bit, and they've done a real good job with their screen game of trying to slow your pass rush down. And we really didn't pressure much tonight. We rushed 4 and a couple times with 3, so we never were really in a pressure defense where we were vulnerable to the screen. I thought our perimeter people played the screens very well, so we didn't ever have to pull off the pass rush.
Yeah, well, that was my question. Talk about the perimeter play. They tried to go outside on you several times, and C.C. Whitlock was one guy. I thought he made a couple really nice stops on the outside, but I thought everybody did.
Yeah, I think he played a little better than he's been playing, and they defended a lot of the quick passes outside a lot better than we have. I think we tackled better on the edge and probably reacted to some of it a little better. They had us on a couple of things with fake pumps and trying to get the receiver deep. We were in good position on that for the most part. But when you're getting that kind of pressure on the quarterback, everything feeds off of each other. I think probably longer when our perimeter guys got more confident that they can play more aggressively too.
Coach Burrier said he gave you a game ball. He said you drew up a great scheme. Was there anything special about it? Was it particularly aggressive? Anything you can tell us about it?
No, not really. I thought we did a good job with our plan and making sure we were sound against some of the unorthodox formations and some of the plays they run. You may not can even tell, when you're watching the ball game what they're trying to do to you. But they have done some really good things in their first 3 games that have given them some chunk plays, what we call breakaways. And I thought we've had a good plan for that. But besides that, we really ran a lot of our base defense. And when you're able to get to a quarterback with 4 people real effectively, it makes calling the game pretty simple.
Can you talk about how the defense not only this year has created turnovers, but they've been able to create turnovers for scores this year?
It's been kind of strange, and obviously we played well in other phases tonight, but I did not think we played well in all phases against East Carolina or Georgia, and yet we did put points up and make some big plays. And that's really one of the things that's been frustrating with this group, and I don't want to give any false pretenses. We are a blue-collar group. We're just a little simple pound cake. We got a few cherries, but when we talk about it in this conference, there's nothing special about the talent on this defense. I've been coaching 36 years, and I've been around some great defenses. And this is not one of them. This is a damn good defense. And if we learn how to practice and play hard, it would be pretty good. And I think they're starting to realize that. We got rained out Wednesday. We didn't get to practice. I was real concerned about that, but because of the weather. But we practiced better this week. The attitude and the work habits and the focus was better. And I think they may be waking up to the fact that we're not going to roll our helmets out on the field in this league and be very good. We're going to have to practice, and we're going to have to come to the park with a chip on our shoulder. We're just pretty average.
Coach, can you talk about the play of Victor Hampton tonight?
I thought he played pretty well. I wasn't able to keep my eyes on him constantly. There were no major mistakes. At one time, we felt like that he didn't bail out of his technique a little early. But for the limited amount of practice time he's had with us, I thought it was pretty decent. And if he does continue to improve, it'll be welcome news. We can get some guys off the field and get them rotated, and we can also get some guys out of their comfort zone that need to be pushed.
James?
I'm sorry. You talked about stopping the other team on 3rd downs this week. Had that been a problem? How big a difference did that make for you guys tonight?
Well, hopefully, it makes a lot of difference. And again, it goes back to pass rush. We'll get him to the quarterback. I was also glad to see on some 3rd and medium when they had locked down man coverage and pressed a little bit and took away some of the short throws and held up well on that. But as I said, the 2 fed off of each other. They didn't have to hold coverage too long tonight, which has been a problem on a few times. And then they didn't have to worry about in the pass rush area. We got some great pass rush, and we're able to get to the quarterback and force some bad throws. And then I thought the air was out of the coverage a little bit better in zone. I think we still got a lot of work to do on that. We took a lot of the air out of it, so the quarterback couldn't make an easy throw, and that gave the front time to, get there, and let rush be effective.
How much was making them a more predictable play into the defenses?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
How much was making them more predictable as they were tonight? How big did that come into defensive effort tonight?
Well, what I think we did was reacted well when they weren't predictable. It did some very unusual things in formations and showed us a few plays and some routes that they had not done. And when our kids handled that extremely well, I felt like we really did a great job with a more conventional offense.
Coach, you realize you had probably the best defensive performance in 15 years and close to almost the best performance in a quarter century. Did you realize just how well things were going, how much you were keeping them down?
Y'all know me about stats. You can take your stats and go wallpaper and you powder them. We won the game. We don't have a lot of time to dwell on that because I think what we better do is get ready to play Auburn.
Last one to John. All we all think about wallpaper.
Or wallpaper, our powder room. Got those smudges on the wall.
Did y'all do anything different in coverage tonight? Play a little bit more man, or was it just better performance?
Probably in numbers of calls, I think we did play a little bit more man coverage on third down. In normal yardage, we didn't play anymore. We probably played a little less because a lot of their chunk plays or breakaway plays had come with back slipping out of the backfield against man coverage and pick routes and things that beat man coverage. A lot of throwbacks, some bootlegs, tackle eligible, a lot of things where they would get a player, catch a player not covered down on a man. So we didn't play a lot of man coverage except on third down when it was obvious throwing downs. We did play a little bit more.